Hi, I'll be presenting you the CUTLER front-end features. First of all, I'll be defining three different user roles for the CUTLER platform. The first is pilot administrators that will manage and customize the platform. Then the second users are data scientists who creates policies and processes related to these policies for policymakers. Then the third will be policymakers who will implement the policies and processes using the assigned multifaceted dashboards. First of all, let's log in with the administrator user. When you log in, the administrator sees all the menus, all the features on the left side. They can see policies created. They can see the processes defined, such as water level and ticket pricing ones, and they can create users and define user groups and also manage the settings of the platform for integration environments, and then define different set of languages. Also, pilot administrators are able to see platform statistics using the dashboard and different sets of variables. Let's see the usage of the platform statistics from the big data visualization environment. First of all, then we will continue with the data scientist's role. Okay, the platform usage for the last 15 minutes has been used. Also, they can easily check historical data sets by defining the date time range. Here we see the front-end usage for the last 15 weeks. For the last 4 months, it's 9 days of full-time usage on the platform. So the second user role, let's log out with the data scientist. The second user role is data scientist. First of all, data scientist starts by defining the policies. They see just two links. First of all, they are able to create new policies by clicking add policy, and also modify their existing policies. Here we see two different policies already defined. The second thing the data scientist has to do is to create the business process using the Camunda modeler. Here they can either import a business process management file, a BPMN file, created separately, or design their business processes here and then assign specific roles to each of these users. Then they will import this to their server environment. After clicking import, the system automatically identifies all the BPMN files and lists you all the separated tasks for the policymakers. Each of these tasks is assigned to a policymaker, and the data scientist can also upload the image of the process for policymakers to see where they are. For each of the tasks, policymakers are able to design these tasks and assign specific dashboards or either widgets. Here you can see a list of around more than 200 different items, either a widget or a dashboard that is coming from the big data visualization environment of CUTLER. So there are heat map based ones, time leon based ones. Here we see first of all, this dashboard is assigned. Either you can click easily deselect and select these dashboards and preview what the data is being provided there. So let's see this dashboard first of all, and then data scientists has to assign each of the separate tasks either a dashboard or a specific set of widgets. So this will allow us to create a multifaceted widget environment to analyze all these data sets. So let's see the data for the last 3 years. Okay, here it is, and we can see that this is okay for us, and then we can easily continue with this one. Okay, then the data scientist has to come back to the processes and assign each of these tasks specific widgets easily. A full list of the dashboards will be seen for the data scientists to see the full flow of the process. They can easily check from the policies side whether this process is fine or not. Now we have created the our policy, we have created processes and assigned dashboards to each of the tasks. Then let's see how the end users will use it. I'll be logging out from the Policymaker one, and then we'll be logging in with the Policymaker end user. Policymakers can only see the policies. Let's click the policies. Here we see the policies, and for each of these policy, if we click the start new process time, we will see a list of available processes that is assigned to this policy. Here this blue button means that we will be able to create a new process under this water level regulation policy. Let's click start, and then the process will be automatically started for us. The next thing that the policymaker has to do is to follow the guidelines. The first guideline is say that you need to go for the inform stage, the first stage, and show the task assigned to you. Here you do policymakers get a brief of their specific tasks in 5 different IMR facets: inform, advise, monitor, evaluate, and revise. Policymakers are guided in their operations by providing different widgets to each of them. Okay, the first widget shows a brief explanation for us, and what the policymaker has to do is to analyze the widgets and get a brief overview of it for each of these facets, and then continue with its work. They can easily define notes and provide some brief information for the next steps also. Okay. Information should be updated. When they click save, each of the policymakers are able to see these notes. Okay, let's click finish and next, and automatically the business process management server will take us to the next step. The next step is the second item, which is still under the inform stage again, and another dashboard, another widget library will be loaded for the policymakers to follow up their jobs. What the policymakers has to do is to follow the guidelines and implement their processes till the end through the platform. They can easily come back and check what the processes already started, processes that are completed, or if they go, for example, the last process that has been created, they can easily see which task specifically, the first one was completed by us, is either completed or not, or what is the active task and how many tasks do they still need to complete. So the platform provides a guided policy making and decision making process for each of the policymakers for public authorities.